Right. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2. Welcome to the Runs Podcast, episode, 19, Nick, maybe? We're going to have to start mentioning the episode numbers because I'm forgetting what number we're on by now.
Yeah, when we're doing a try, it's 19, mate. Yeah, you're on the ball with fair play, even though you don't know.
19. I'm just worried now because I'm going to have to work on the cover art now because 20 is a lot shorter than the teen numbers as well, isn't it? So I'm going to have to fit that in a bit better now.
Yeah.
First world
Back
problem.
to digits.
Yeah, never mind. How's it going? You all right?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. Interesting day.
You have had an interesting day. So,
yeah,
you've been tested.
Yeah, went up to Cardiff Met. I just seen it on Instagram, like asking for people to come forward for this study. So up Cardiff Met Uni today, because it's not far from where I work. It's like literally 10 minutes. Put my name down, and yeah, I went up there today, midday, for like an half-hour test on a treadmill to like open cap, I think, the place, or the people, the students, whoever is doing it, like mad it was. But like about these little balls, like markers, like about 100 of them all over you. Top off on the mill, they had them all over your shoes, weight you do, height, all mass, all that. What trainers we got on, what 5k pace we run, all that. And then on the treadmill for half hour, increasing paces up to 16 kph for the last 5 minutes. And they like, so these sensors monitor you and do something. I don't really know the full ins and outs. Didn't read the full paper they sent me to know what it does. But they're trying to make it easier by filming it with 3 iPads in different positions. So can they get the same data off these 3 iPads to make it easier to do in the future? Instead of going through all that bollocks of taking 10 minutes, putting all these dots on it and all that. But it was good. Bit different.
Yeah. Bit weird.
It was weird, yeah, because having all that on you and taped on you, and then the treadmill was different to a normal treadmill you run on. It was like no front to it. I couldn't see the speeds. They were just setting them. It was a bit strange, but it was good, yeah. Interesting half hour out of work. Good way to spend my dinner.
Yeah. So is that like all for their benefit, or will you benefit from it? Will you get the data back?
I think I'll get the data back, she said, in about 3 weeks. But yes, for them it is. It was like a test team of about 5 or 6 of them doing different bits and jobs. And it's for them it is. They must be coming forward better technology or something that you can do it yourself on iPad or on like a phone. It was something to do with that, but I don't know. I don't understand the full ins and outs of what it tests. Like when I was running, they had a big screen in front of me, and now was showing, like I had to do these poses before I started running, and I was then showing my skeleton, my skeleton basically of all different things. I didn't know what that meant or what it was showing them because they were all sat around on computers while I was just running.
Maybe it's a lot to do with form and stuff like that. You're not the only one that's having that testing done, obviously, is it?
No, they got like 100 people they're doing it over because obviously different sizes, weight, speed, all that. They need a different variation, I suppose, to get a good study group. So there's 100 doing it. Yeah. Interesting.
Good. Happy days. Very nice. I would be no good for them. I'd fly off the treadmill, especially without handles. Once they went up too fast, my feet would go, my face would be on the floor.
No, it's all relative to speed. I don't know. Yeah, they said it's roughly what, like, they asked, when I had to fill the form in to, like, be part of it, they asked you your 5k pace recently and all that. So I suppose they said they then adjusted on that.
Any freebies?
No, nothing. Turned up at the Met, paid my pound parking, went in and way to go.
Didn't even give me free parking, like?
No.
Bloody hell, sort it out. No, that's pretty cool.
It's a student facility. No free parking.
No, true. Bumped it. You've seen a couple of famous faces as well, did you?
Yes. Colin Jackson and Jenny Nesbitt were in sort of reception area when I was there waiting, just going for a minute or two before I went in. And as I was finishing, James Thee was coming in. He was going to be next up. So he was coming in as I was sort of taking all this rubbish off me and going out. So he was behind me doing his... it was on his post, actually, that I seen here that he sent the link. So because of him, I noticed it.
There we are. Cool. Excellent. Very good. We'll wait to see. We'll have a look at the test data when it comes back in a couple of weeks as well. Now, is it?
Yeah,
see what
interesting.
What else? The mile race. That was the showstopper everyone was looking forward to this weekend, wasn't it? And it didn't disappoint.
It did not. The Prefontaine, classic mile up in Oregon on Saturday night, wasn't it? So I was in F's wedding and obviously keeping an eye on the time, and then like about 5 minutes before, like shit, the race is on. Went outside on my phone and watched it live on the phone. I had to watch it. It was such a big field and stacked field. Good too, good race.
Yep. Josh Kerr won, didn't he?
Yeah, new record.
Yeah, until Josh comes on the podcast, I'm going to be team Jacob.
Jacob.
Who was the third one?
Jared and Goose, the American guy, he's good as well.
I might just be Jared and Goose because
so we don't have to pick.
Pick the other two, didn't it? So,
yeah.
Goose, I'm in. Me and you. Let's go.
I'm all in.
He looks the most fun as well, he does. Mind you, Jacob's quite fun as well, isn't he?
Yeah. They all got their own ways, isn't it? They just, it's a solo sport and it's so hard. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. You're on your own, out there going for the hard. Yeah, you've got no friends, really. Everyone's trying to beat everyone.
I just wish Josh wasn't Brooks.
Not a fan of Brooks.
No, it's weird. Like, it's got a weird. I know they're good, and they obviously. What do I know? But I just can't get on board with them. But they got the new advert out with Jeremy Renner as well, and it's quite a funny advert. Have you seen that?
Yeah, because when they apparently they helped him get back running, and I did see that.
They sent him a pair of daps apparently when they told him you'll never run again.
Yeah, she's like, well, I am.
Yeah, he's Hawkeye. Like he's going to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I've never had a pair of Brooks running shoes actually, so I don't even know what they're like.
If they want to send us some and prove us wrong, I'm here for it. But they're not going to run a mile in the Olympics, are they? Why was it a mile race?
Yeah, it's 1,500 in the Olympics. It's just this is a race they do every year out there for part of the Diamond League. So it's a good indicator for 1,500 next. It's only like 100 metres more. So, it's like a season opener. So, obviously, they got Europeans coming up soon and then into Olympics, and so it's a good build into them, I suppose.
Yeah. I seen it was like, I don't know how they meant to run it, obviously, and I just want the person to be in front from the start to the end. But what Josh Kerr done was a bit of a shock to the system as well, was it? You're not meant to, like...
Yeah, he doesn't usually do that.
And rattle them a little bit, was it?
Yeah, he don't usually, usually the last 150, 100, he got the pace to get around him. He did in the Worlds, didn't he? But, when he took over the 600 and then held on, when he took over, I was like, oh, that's bold. I thought, Jakob will have him now, the last, because Jakob builds each 200 his pace. But fair play to him, he held on well, beat him by a couple tenths, but still, it looked, I wouldn't say it was comfortable, because they both looked like they were flat out going on that last 100. But I was pretty shocked the way he ran it. So something different.
Nice dust up for the Olympics now as well, isn't it?
It will be, yeah.
Josh to dominate, or Jakob to pull it back, or our guy and Goose to spoil the party.
And you've got the other Brits run well now, Whiteman and Gurley, 4th and 5th, so...
The Brits have been flying across the board. They should do all right in the Olympics, by the looks of it.
Yeah, they're doing well at all levels. They are. They're looking like they're good.
Georgia Bell, Keeley, Hodgkinson, they were both flying as well, weren't they?
Keeley had a hell of a run, 155. Rapid.
That's first one back, isn't it?
Yeah, first. It's like the season opener, I think, for some of them. There was another Diamond League a couple of weeks ago, but that was out in, China somewhere, I think I'm going to say. So not many of the Europeans have gone to that.
No. Class. While we're on the subject of international selection, our friends over at Ponty, Clara has made it into the team for the Euros as well. Well done, Clara.
Yeah. That is awesome. Awesome. What, the half, innit? Yeah, selected for the half in...
Yeah, selected for the half in the European Championships.
Rome, which is not long, is it? It's a couple of weeks.
No.
It's not long.
Like Hannah said last week, and it's like it's picked and then you go in because of the form table and stuff like that, I guess, isn't it? So that's cool. I have spoke to Clara briefly about coming on a podcast, and she seems like a strong silent type, but she did say yes. But we better get the Euros out the way, maybe, Clara, and then we'll have a look, okay?
Yeah, you concentrate on that first. Don't worry about us.
Don't worry about us. We'll be here when you come back. It'll be fine. I went down. Has there been much non-elite racing going on? I went down to watch Swansea Sprint Triathlon on Sunday.
As in, no, I don't know what was on the weekend. As in normal, our level running. It was Safford last midweek. I don't think it was anything on the weekend. I'm not sure though. I had a bit of a mad, obviously, Effie's wedding and then bank holiday weekend, so I was off the radar running wise a bit.
Doing what else you do very well, boozing, like.
Yeah, enjoying myself.
Exactly. Yeah, Swansea. I went down. I went down.
How was that?
I only went down because I bought a new camera, so I wanted to give it a spin. And I learned the hard way that a 4 GB memory card only holds 100 photos. So I caught a few photos of the swim. The swim is so hard to like support because everyone's got the same swim caps on, haven't they? And they've got the same colour wetsuits on, so you don't know who you're cheering for. Or
they can't hear you anyway.
No. And then I caught a bit of transition, and then I shot off. But, like I said, I spoke to you in the week, didn't I? Or last week, maybe in WhatsApp. Are there too many races now? It's costing so much for people to do everything? Like, Saturday, there was just time trial or just swim races in there.
Was it?
Yeah, Saturday. There was a 3K maybe and a 1K swim or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not quite sure the distances. But again, now we've got the Swansea half in a couple of weeks. I'm gutted. I didn't realise I'm flying that day, so I'm going to miss that. I was looking forward to going down and supporting my brother and that, but he's going to have to just support himself now. Unlucky. But that day, you've got a 5-miler as well.
Yeah, you seen you say about that.
This feels like they're just banging races out. And I know people will do them, but that's the Swansea. Mumble's Try was a small field from like what I'm used to watching. Swansea Sprint Try wasn't a massive field. They're sacrificing fields, I think, just because of the amount of events that are going on.
But yeah, these different organisers, is it? And just obviously trying to put ones on separate and different times and fit them in. I mean, yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? I know, like, for like Swansea half was, I can remember I looked at it, obviously, when I first didn't think Castle was happening, and it was like really high priced Swansea half. So I was like,
the 5 mile is 30 quid.
The what?
The 5 miler is 30 quid.
Yeah, so what's the full? Is the half like 45, 48 quid, I want to say? I remember again.
It's more for me than it is for you, isn't it? Because
I get it.
And you're affiliated. But
don't get that much off, but like, it seems like a lot. Like a lot of these races now getting a lot. Like obviously Safa last week, that's a good one. That's like 8 quid. I don't mind 8 quid down there. And they've even gone to chip timing now. Although that was a fucking shambles at the start, but there we are. They're trying their best. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of races which I enjoy the summer ones, the 5s, 10Ks, but yeah, it's not cheap, is it? Especially like the Tri Boys, like when Kyle and I have been on and saying how much they are, they're a lot more than just road running races.
And just, I mean, you can only race so many races anyway, can't you?
Yeah.
But it's not a cheap hobby anymore, like, is it? When you think,
no.
As a like star chaser, then you're putting one major in a year. You're bringing races around it to be tuned up as well. You're going through a couple of pairs of shoes. You've got to have nice kit, gels, a lot of people. Like, you're lucky with your nutrition, I guess. You eat a baguette every day, like, don't you? But you're like a racing snake anyway. And some people are spending a fortune. Like, you chuck in coaching, you chuck in nutrition and stuff like that. And it's quite an expensive hobby, isn't it?
It can be, yeah, definitely. There's the other side of it, and obviously, like we'll talk about just your park running on it, and that's free, and you don't have to get to the levels of like I like to. But yeah, it's not cheap anymore. Like there's so much going on, and I think because there's so many people doing it now, there's a bit more of that club ethos and like coached ethos, and like say run clubs, and people are getting more into it, and there's more people then getting attracted to like, oh, I'll kick on to the next thing, and I'll do more races, and it's good. I love it. Like it's great to see.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, it's just picking. You've got to pick and choose your races a lot wiser these days, I guess, haven't it? Run clubs as well. As we spoke about run clubs in the week, what is the difference between? I know what the difference is, obviously, but why is running clubs existing and then run clubs?
Yeah, run clubs are starting to pop up loads.
And then it's a free run club, but then it's like, oh look, we've got a T-shirt for the run club now as well, and it's good because it's building this community, a massive community, but. I don't know. I see like run clubs overtaking running clubs would be more old-fashioned way. But if a run club if we started a run club called the Runs Run Club, and there were lots of people coming to it, then you'd push for affiliation naturally then a couple of years later on.
Yeah,
and suddenly your club becomes a running club.
Yeah, I suppose that's the thing. Maybe they're starting off as a casual, social sort of thing, like a little 5K once a week and go for a coffee. And then obviously if it builds and gets bigger, then that's probably the next step they might be looking to take. I don't know. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of politics in the next couple of years, isn't there? The old running clubs versus the wily new run clubs with like nice logos and good colours and branding.
Fighting for signatures.
Yeah. And I'll still be non-affiliated.
Yeah.
Cool. And you've got a new problem with parked cars on pavements.
Oh, yeah. My new gripe. I had it just now. Obviously, I'd done that this afternoon because it was only ended up being like a 3-4 mile run on the treadmill. I'd done a couple of miles top up when I come home. When I said it before I even went out, coming back down Top Road from sort of the Quid to Gills, it's a joke, like the cars parked on pavement. It's not just there.
It's a wide road as well, that is.
It seems to be getting worse everywhere. Not just like a little bit on the road. They're like 3/4 of the way on the road, so you can hardly get through. Like people with a pram and that ain't getting through. Like it was when was it? Can't remember where it was. I think it was up in Tyra, Monday or Tuesday when I went. I had to literally, because the car was so much on the pavement, I couldn't get through. I had to go out onto the road. Like it's like, where's the sense in that? Like, it's like, when did parking on pavements become legal? Because I'm sure it ain't.
No, there's just too many cars.
Well, yeah,
it is. Old men now. We are very old men. But
yeah,
you got 4 cars. You got to drive, obviously, haven't you? So, and you park away off the road or whatever. But you got 4 cars for your house, and traditionally it was 1 or 2, wasn't it?
I only got 2 now. Gone back to 2.
Oh yeah.
Because he's off and his van's gone.
Yeah. But just more people are driving.
Yeah, I get that, and there's less places to park. But like when you are parking, leave some room for pedestrians, runners, people with prams, anything.
Buggies, they've always said, they don't give a shit if a pedestrian or a runner goes out onto the road and has a knock, but they don't want babies being smoked in prams. Like, that's
no, anyone really, but yeah, that'd be the worst. Yeah.
No, right. We'd have to get a pink the runs clamp and go around clamping cars.
Yeah. Spray alongside when we squeeze past them.
Excellent.
Move.
Yeah. Just put in stickers. We put Runs podcast stickers on their windscreens or something.
Yeah.
Really hard to get off ones. We've been warned, Parkers. Right, this week we've got a clubmate of yours. I've never met Jake. Do you want to tell me a little bit more about Jake? Who he is, what he does?
Jake Tasker. He is a Ogma Phoenix Sunday Club member. Obviously, you will have seen his running progress in the last 3-4 years. Have gone from 0 to literally a Welsh representation last week before. So an unbelievable progress. Top bloke. Help you with anything. Loves running, trails, mountains. Still fast on the roads. And yeah, great all-round guy.
Happy days. Well, he's in the waiting room. Should we get him in?
Get him in.
Welcome back. We've got me and Nikki, and we've got Jake Tasker, who got the backward cap memo. How's it going, Jake?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you too?
Yeah, you're right, Jake. Good, mate.
Not bad.
Good to see you. I've seen you for a while.
Well, we seem to have went ages without seeing each other, and then seen you about 3 times in the last couple of days.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've seen Jake around. I've seen you in like Meissen Park Run and stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever spoke to you before because I'm quite antisocial as well. I don't even know why I've got a podcast because I tend to keep myself to myself in park runs unless someone approaches me and forces me to talk. But thank you very much for joining us.
No, thanks for the offer, guys. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. People always say that it's a pleasure to come on. Anything we can do to help, but we only get you on because you're a beast of running as well, really.
Some may say.
Well, you are.
So,
especially up mountains.
Check me a hill, innit?
We'll get through all that. But, Jake, how old are you?
27, believe it or not.
I do believe it.
Baby-faced assassin.
So you're relatively new to running, I think, right? So if we just forget about all that and go back to, we tend to go back to school. Did you do sports in school? Did you run in school, or where did you get?
A little bit of football, not a lot really. No, not a lot. Sit on the bench for 70 minutes, come on for the last 10, sort of thing.
Preach.
Yeah. No, and then really, I don't know, just sort of didn't really do anything for a bit. Went to uni, and then sort of, with all the stress and everything, started a bit of running, and then lockdown hit, and sort of really took off from there.
So it really just back as far as, like, lockdown wasn't really that long ago. So before that, you were playing shit to running.
Yeah, it was sort of like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 mile runs a week. Just, it was back when, classics, starting out running, every run, same pace, flat out, run until you can't breathe anymore, and then stop.
Yeah, no idea what you're doing.
Yeah. So I was doing that for probably, 6 months or so, and then, sort of COVID hit. We had that lovely spell of weather, and then, so Mark Teasdale, so Nicky knows him well, grew up in school with him, then sort of fell out of touch in uni, and I think then, during lockdown, then we started touching base again. He found me on Strava. I think he sort of called my bluff on some of my runs, like, no ways you running that pace. So he started taking me out for a couple of runs, and that's really sort of started long running, and he sort of introduced me to slowing it down and easing off a bit, just putting the miles in, and before I knew I had the bug, and then he dragged me up to the Planker for the first OPR session back after lockdown. I think Nick, you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I remember him. He'd been saying about you, and you won't believe this, my mate. There's times he's running, he don't even run. He's ridiculous. He's got no running gear. He's running around in his Filas. I was like, no way.
Oh, the Filas.
Yeah. He comes up to the plank, and we're doing 800 reps. He's about half a lap in front of everyone. I was like, yeah, he weren't lying.
In Filas?
Yeah, pair of, I don't know what they were.
Oh, they were about 20 odd quid. Lovely burgundy colour.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. I'm still doing that. I've never learned. It's just go out and run as fast as you can, for as long as you can, and then stop. I should have learned after all these years, but you've obviously taken it on board, haven't you?
I think
when he rocked up to Ogmore Phoenix, was Nicky nice when he rocked up to Ogmore Phoenix? Or he's the king of Ogmore Phoenix, isn't he?
Oh, he is, isn't he? So looking up to him.
I'm always nice to people, newcomers. We want as many coming to join us as we can.
We do. So we joined Ogmore Phoenix, and we've carried on since then, I guess.
Yeah, just kept going, kept getting injured, kept coming back, push a bit harder.
Yeah, you were tough sort of first year or two, didn't you? Because we kept getting niggles and things, and again, I suppose it's from experience, isn't it? It is, started out I had bad calves and shins and things. And from it's like the new audience system.
I think as well, even just going down to we're sessioning every week, and then coming out of lockdown, you're getting races, and initially straight after lockdown, you just get a buzz and race next week, race the week after, and just your body can't take the load, especially being fairly new to it. But then, I think now I've sort of found, touch wood, a sort of a system that works for me. Lots of easy running, probably a lot less sessioning than a lot of people do, but I found the balance that seems to work. So just keeping that going at the moment, and trying to keep myself fit now. Hopefully get back up to Snowdon this October and give it another bash.
So when you were running in lockdown and stuff, because the terrain doesn't matter to you, does it? The only thing that's happening on is water. That's good.
You'd have a go.
Were you running in the mountains in lockdown as well, or did you just...
Yeah, again, Mark, he loves the trails as well. He's out in Canada now, so he's blessed with them on his doorstep. But, we were going up the Garw, up Craigor Avon, then down Coast Path, so going from Ogmore by Steed towards Southern Down and further over. So just basically anything that wasn't flat and off-road, tick the box.
And has stood the test of time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, massively.
So, is it it sounds like it's just become an obsession for you, and you've dived right in as well. Dived or dove? Dived, dove.
I dived.
Let's go with dived.
Don't ask me.
Everything. Do you live like a runner now?
Yeah, I think I'm lucky. Flexible work, and so work from home most days. So that helps because I can sort of move runs around in the day. Eating's easier, resting. So yeah, I'm quite good in that sense. I can sort of work things around within reason.
Yeah, work from home, hybrid working is the dream, innit? Because we said with Aled, didn't we? With his swims and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can get out. If I was doing it in the morning, I'd have to be wrapped up and done by 7:20 to get home and shower.
Yeah.
And get in the car and go to work. But you can literally get in 2 minutes before you start work.
Yeah, exactly.
Onto the computer. So that's a bet. But you still got to get it done as well, haven't you? Even if you're working from home into the office as well.
I find it good in the winter, like when you go to work, it's dark, you come home, it's dark, so getting out of lunch, just seeing a bit of daylight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the days just go, and you can basically be stuck inside.
Yeah.
Without seeing daylight all day, and it's just so depressing.
It's hard, then, and that's the hard graph. Because if you've got that, I can work from home and that, get up lunchtime then while you can.
Yeah. Otherwise, in the dark, miserable, wet evenings,
and we still
slogging out the miles.
You're going to make me cry now.
You've got on holidays next week. Chin up.
I've been out running. I said I would go running, and I have done a couple of
awesome.
Not so awesome. I need to start managing my... The thing is, if we talk about them slower runs and stuff like that, I'm worried that if I run slower than I'm running at my normal pace now, I'm walking. I don't know how to run any slower, but this is not about me.
I think I was talking about it to John Butler the other day, and you always need someone a little bit slower than you to slow you down on your runs.
Yeah.
Because going out solo, it's so easy just to get into one pace, and it just feels comfortable, and trying to slow it down actually feels harder sometimes. Yeah. So you almost need that person at your side, chat away to, where you just completely lose focus on pace. Forget the watch, and that's the big one.
Again, like you, I found that out my first few years, everything was out 7-minute mile in. Again, I've learned the hard way with a few injuries, and I'm much better at it now. And like you run even a lot slower miles than me. So it obviously works, and even the top boys are the same. Butler, he's a nightmare, but slowed him down a bit Sunday, mind.
Just a little bit, a couple of hills are thrown him, isn't they? So.
It's trickier when you're down in my speeds as well, and because someone that's running with me doesn't really, we neither of us know about pacing as well. So the worry is then, if I went out with my brother, I think he would be worried that I'm going to drag him along a little bit as well, because we don't know where we're going to run. But that's come with learning, and it's about time I learned my lesson now as well, isn't it?
I think the classic one is, like they say, is quite basic, but if you can talk, it's obviously comfortable. Where when you're solo, you're not trying to.
Yeah, and if you talk to yourself, they look at you like you're crazy.
I see people doing it.
They're probably listening to the pod, laughing, aren't they?
Maybe. Hopefully.
So, OPH at the end of lockdown. Was you going in then head down with the intention of racing and everything, or was you just going up there and see what it's about?
Just going up there. Mark had been pushing me for a while, and Nicky will know, quite a few months. I sort of folded in and thought, I'll go on, I'll give it a go, thinking I'll probably do a couple of sessions and that'll be it. But no, meeting all the lads, and such a great club, and I think it's even just dragging us to races and just having the groups out there, especially after lockdown, we've sort of been quite isolated for so long. Just getting a group of 20 of you on up the Plank or wherever we were training, and having that sort of structure and a bit of a social was. It just, even though running was enjoyable for me, it brought that next level of enjoyment.
Yeah. So, everyone is normally on they do like they do an half or something for a laugh, and then they join a running club. But it was the other way around for you then. It was your first.
No, I had
race.
done. I can't. Was I? Had I joined? I did I'd signed up to a half before joining OPR. I signed up to the one in Cheltenham Racecourse, no, Chepstow. Then getting classic COVID rules. That one was cancelled in Wales with our rules, but we could cross the border and race in England.
Yeah.
Who I don't know who made up those rules, but whatever. So it was, we did the one in Cheltenham half instead, and sort of did that. I think that was the week I joined. I think that just confirmed it for me. I want to get into this now, get some solid times put down, and take it a bit more seriously.
You've had a banging build into running, haven't you, really? Because you've had that lockdown 2 years where you've just been like Rocky 4 out in the snow and stuff like that, out in the sun.
Running down the middle of the A48 because there's no cars coming, and
yeah, but that's amazing. And then, how did that go then? The first half.
That one was 126 something. So
that was the one on mixed three, wasn't it? Because Neil was there, wasn't it?
That's right. Neil, first OPI I bumped into.
Yeah, and it was like a mad terrain. I remember him saying about it being like mental. It was like grass, chip-ins.
A bit of tarmac, chip-ins.
It was all over the place.
Hottest day of the year.
Yeah, that's right. It was boiling. Because I went and done some in the same day. I can't remember what I did.
Wasn't it? Were you down on the lake?
Oh, yeah. I went to, up in thing.
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, yeah.
The lapped one, isn't it?
Where they done the Olympic swimming in 2012. I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, that one. That's the same day, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Mark was when it comes to that one, but he dropped out. So it was just me and Will left, fend for ourselves, try and find our way to Cheltenham, because Mark was a designated driver as well.
Not like Mark.
I know. But so did that, and then I think then it was 5 and 10K season then, wasn't it? 'Cause it was sort of, that was like May, June time.
Yeah. Was it May, June?
Yeah, it must have been, yeah.
Yeah, it was summer. It was
the second year, wasn't it?
Second year of...
Yeah, lockdown.
So that's like 5 and 10K, and then your halves and the marathons come out. Marathons are just dotted throughout the year, isn't they?
Yeah,
And then you got cross country towards the winter, then, innit?
Yeah.
But every photo I've seen on your Instagram, you do every race.
But that's what last year felt like. It felt like every weekend was race, straight from one race into another. A couple of midweek ones thrown in just to bump it up. But for me, it was like I could do sessions to train for Snowdon, or I could race to train for Snowdon.
Yeah,
race. And it's so much easier to race and go and do like I don't know. I think like last year we did a couple of we did Pimsaint Trail Half, Beast of Bryn, 15 miler, and then just tag on another couple of miles, warm up, cool down, rather than trying to go and slog out 20 miles.
Yeah.
Solo.
Yeah, definitely. So Irari was the big one, was it?
That was the target, yeah. So my partner Katie, she got a place in the ballot in January, and as soon as she said she was doing it, I thought, well, if I'm going up to Snowdon,
why not?
I'm running it.
Definitely.
So it sort of came off the back of the year before I did London. So I followed the plan Rich Nicky gave me, Ben Parks one, got to the last long one in the block, and then a little stressy in the ankle, and that was it. Hobbled round, got to about 14 miles in, Nick, I think.
Yeah, it was just part of
painkillers wore off, and that was it. So I ran walk to the finish. But then that left me sort of hungry then to nail that marathon, but I think I needed that sort of whole year to sort of try and build slowly and get the body used to the distance.
Yeah.
You did. You built more. You done it more sensible, I think, didn't you? You sort of backed off and
got your treatment. Almost started again.
You found something that worked for you, and obviously it worked because what happened up in Snowdon.
Except for the 3 people who turned up in front of me.
Wow, yeah. But going on to it, and what was that like? Because obviously going up the first hill, we obviously seen the highlights the day after, and watching TV and like the camera's there and it's like they don't know it's Jake Tasker from Phoenix just running alongside the bike.
Like, what's that vest he's got on?
Yeah, what's that vest? Who's this guy like? Running, leading up over Pen Pass with all the elite men.
But see, that's what I love, because like I read the write-up about a week before and there's like no mention of my name. So I'm looking at some of the other guys who've mentioned, I'm thinking either know the names or maybe we've done races with them and been in and around them. I'm thinking, oh, I've gone under the radar here, so go into it a little bit less eyes on me and just run my own race. And yeah, like, as every race does, it went off very fast. I think everyone trying to get behind the cameras on the bike, sort of lead it out. Just sat in for a couple of meters and then straight away, and you can see those ones who've gone out like the clappers just slowly falling back. So yeah, once you hit the bottom of Pen Pass, the feet, like the buzz just kicked in, and because you've done it, Nick, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done it.
It's
the test.
incredible, isn't it?
I think it suits you the ground as well, that sort of run, because obviously you fly up the hills. It's got a little bit of trail, not much, but yeah,
no.
One for you to go up there and see where it was at.
That's the hardest bit, is the trail. Do you wear like a decent road shoe?
Yeah.
High stack, but then you go on those trails and you're thinking,
yeah, what?
Snap an ankle here.
Because one of the guys up towards the front end was wearing trail shoes, wasn't he?
He did wear trails. Yeah, the Salomons. Dan Connolly.
That's right. Yeah, because did he win? No, he didn't win it the year before. Was he second before? Anyway, yeah. I thought that was mad, like wearing that, because there's more road, isn't it?
It's only it's about 2 miles of trail.
Yeah,
probably all in.
All in. So I thought that was a mad choice.
Well, I bumped into him in Preseli a couple of weekends ago, and he said that was his biggest regret, was wearing trails.
No wonder.
Because his legs were just caked by the end.
I bet they were.
She was like, you just feel the lugs. Even though you've got a decent bit of cushion, you still feel the lug every step.
Imagine so on flat roads, but not flat roads, yeah.
He had the confidence going down those hills, though. I remember coming down after Pen Pass, just watching him fly past, and thinking, how the hell is he coming down here this quick? And you look down and you see the little lugs, and you're thinking, that's right.
You won it, did you?
No.
Fourth.
No, fourth.
You led for a long way, didn't it? Where did it lead to? Obviously, the camera, the highlights was a bit cut in.
Yeah, it led to about 6 mile. Then we sort of shuffled for a bit. Me, Dan, and Marshall, who won it. Then Dan sort of dropped off when she got on the road. I think the shoe choice sort of hit in a bit. And so it was with Marshall all the way, went through Beth Gellert, halfway up the climb from there. Then about 16 miles then, so you get to the flat, don't you? And it's those long, windy roads, and you see for miles. And that's probably the worst part of that run, is just looking and you see it and you just can't see an end. Oh. And he just seemed to find another gear. I was looking at Marshall. I thought I'd dropped off. But I checked my watch and I was still holding pace. And I was just thinking, he just looked so comfy going. And then, that's the last time I saw him until that finish line. But then you come through then, don't you, at 21, 22 mile, and you take that turn into the village. A little climb, and everyone warned you about that last climb. And I'm thinking, so coming up this drag into the village, and you're thinking, that's not so bad, it's flattening out again now. And all of a sudden, the marshal's on the corner of the street, and they just send you up right between two houses. You look up, and you're like, God.
Yeah, nothing to prepare you for that. Like,
no.
I haven't done it, or anyone that's done it will testify. Like, it's mental, that. And what is it, about 2 miles, is it?
2 miles, yeah. And there's a couple of false little summits, isn't it? You think you're there, and it kicks again.
Goes again. Yeah, that's so steep. Like, well, was you still in second, third at that point then?
No, I was in third going into the hill, and then fourth, because Dan came past me at the bottom of the hill. And
it was really close between the rest of you, wasn't it? It was Marshall, and then the rest of it was close, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was about 20, 30 seconds off third, and then he was about another 30 seconds to a minute off second. So, it was quite tight up front, but, just...
Phenomenal run, and, well, obviously not getting podium, but hell of a run.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get it, you got the experience of done the course, haven't you?
Just a bit of PTSD though, isn't it? What's coming up now?
You know what's coming up, yeah.
Don't wear trails.
Don't wear trails.
No.
And train for a massive hill at the end. That's like running up Neath Road for 20 miles in the long run.
Yeah, start from Moutain, Start from the start all the way to the golf club.
That's ridiculous. So it sounds like you're just all in and very focused and very driven and just committed, because just messing about before COVID and then finishing 4th in a rally marathon 4 years later, is it?
Yeah, within 4 years, yeah.
Pretty ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't see that coming when I was literally doing a little 3-mile loop before work every couple of days.
No. Did you see it come in like the week before, was you going up there thinking?
I went up there feeling strong. I didn't think 2:35 strong. I think in the back of my mind, 2:45 was sort of the target. Like, that's what I'd sort of trained for. I'd gone out a couple of, like, Beast of Bryn, for example. I tried to use that as like a marathon pace run, similar sort of elevation, 10 less miles. And it turned, like, I look back at my splits at the end and they were spot on with Snowdon. Like, average, 5:56, whatever, both races. So it worked out. But yeah, I didn't think 2:30 something was going to be coming.
No, that's mad, isn't it? So you're going back this year?
That's the part. I got to get a place first.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, one should know. If you like finish 4th last year, they want you back. They should. And it's so weird. Like, you've got to pay to get in all the time. Like, even mad. Just invite us back. I come 4th last year. Don't want me to come back with a story of beating 4th.
At least I know the bar is fair, though.
Yeah.
Not like London. But
how many places is it, Jig? Is it 2,000, 2,500? It's not many, is it?
About 2,500 it is, yeah. It's a nice size for a race, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good for where it is, because like I say, not all the roads are closed as well. It's one little part.
No. That's what baffled me, isn't it? It's like...
That's mad.
But you've got, like,
I don't think
these windy lanes and cars just coming round the bends, and especially when you're out towards the front, and if they haven't hit anything coming all the way through the lanes, and all of a sudden then you come around a tight bend, there's a car head on at you, and you're thinking, shit.
So your missus done it as well?
Yeah.
So she finished, and you go, she goes, how did you do? And you go, finish 4th. What did she say? Did she believe it? She'd be like, no, you never.
I don't think there was any words out of it when she finished.
Yeah.
I think it was like, get me a drink, I want to sit down.
God, knowing how humble he is, he would have been there congratulating everyone else finishing and not even saying where he'd come.
Yeah. He's humble as well, my least favourite type, like. So I hope you get in this year, because I'm just here for these kind of stories as well, obviously. But I'd be expecting you to podium, or I'd be deleting this episode off YouTube. But that's just not the pinnacle either, is it? You recently have been to France, got your first Welsh vest.
Yep.
Tell us, so that's cross country, right?
Trail running, yeah, trails.
Yeah. How does that come about then? Because you've only been there for years.
So I think for me, again, like running a mark at the start, even though the roads were quiet and lockdown, we still tried to avoid them. So we're lucky here, like you've got Moutain on the doorstep. You can hit the trails all the way down to Ogden by Sea. Equally, then we'd go up the forestry, do the runs up like on the fire roads, and I just found it so much more enjoyable, like getting away from it all. I think like you end up running the roads, and especially if you're doing it after work, whatever, everywhere's busy. You're stopping to cross all the time. You can't flow. I think, and again, even going back to what we were saying earlier about like running easier, you run on the trails, and pace is irrelevant.
For your ankles, haven't you, to watch where you go in on the road as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's one thing you do seem to develop when you run the trails a lot, is strong ankles, because the amount of times you sort of go over on your ankle and you think, do you mean, if I'd done this when I started running, I'd be out with like a snapped ankle or something. But I think you sort of learn to run quite tentatively, so you don't really commit into your step. But then, so sort of, I think that last year in particular, again, knowing Snowdon's going to be hilly, trying to find hilly runs, a lot of them you're having to go off-road to get the sort of elevation gain. So, yeah, signed up to quite a few halves and above, just again on the forestry tracks. Perfect training. Can't have your super shoes on, so you're running in something a bit more normal, and sort of then when you put that super shoe on the race day, it's that little bit extra.
Yeah. But yeah, you do a lot of offbeat races, not offbeat, but the trails and the ones that are some of the ones you've been doing, I don't even know about them, like, until you've done that. Obviously, you look into it and look for them all.
Yeah, and you start like follow certain people, and you see like
I was gonna say,
you get your crowds.
It's a different side to the sport in a way, isn't it?
And
again, trailers as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like where else is it acceptable to walk and still win a race? And
how far is that trail race?
The one in France?
Yeah.
That was 26k, so just over 16 miles.
That's not the longest, because I associate trails with the sticks and like ultras more so than running for the podium.
So we raced on the Saturday. On the Sunday, there was a 63-kilometre version, which was basically ours was like half a loop of the lake. And then their race started at the finish and did a whole loop.
Yeah, they call it a short and longs. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, 26k is short.
On that.
No, it's not. It's long. How does that call come about for Wales then? What happens? What happens with that?
So I've been talking to a couple of people before it, but the qualifying race is Devil's Bridge up by Aberystwyth, so that's it's called a trail half, but it's a classic trail half, and it's about 14 miles, not 13. So basically, top three there sort of put forward for selection, and then they make a call then, because essentially the France race is a team race, so top three male, top three female for each team score. So ideally, we took out 4 men, 4 women for the race to have a good shot at it, and just to say, it gives everyone a bit of a chance, and it takes a bit of pressure off, because you're not worried if something goes wrong with you. You're not sort of part of they're not relying on you to finish.
Is that one and done now, or will you have to qualify to another qualifier for the next ones?
There's not a great deal at the moment in terms of trail for Wales. I think there's a lot of focus on track and field, but there's, again, even the road, there's not a great deal of opportunity for like representation in a Welsh vest.
No.
I think unless you're on the track, there's maybe 1 or 2 events a year you can do. So there's a couple of mountain races, so similar sort of thing, but yeah, just up, down. There's the Fell as well, but as I found out on last weekend, I could not run the technical downs.
Where in France?
Watching people come go like flying past, like just no nerves. I'm there like sort of shimmying down the steep slopes, and
well, that's just bravery issue makes you sound you're not brave, but it's
confident. Just being able to let go.
Confidence,
to let go.
Not overthink it. Like there's a point, and you're running down the steep slope, head first at the lake, and I can't swim. So I'm thinking, there's a sharp right at the bottom, and you're thinking, if I overcook this now, I'm in that lake. And someone the night before told me how deep it was.
Yeah.
So 33 meters. I was like, right, that's one place I'm not going.
The day before, innit? I don't want to know. Do not.
Don't tell me.
It's almost like mountain biking on your feet, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think if like had I known what the race was going to be like, I wouldn't have run sort of the fire roads. I would have taken like the right turn off the fire roads onto the mountain bike paths.
Down into them paths, because obviously what did you put up on? You didn't start after, and it did look real, like single track.
Yeah, I think, was it 21k, it flattened out a bit. We got to like the top of a climb, and you're up above the quarry, so you're looking down. So I hadn't looked up all the run because it was so much to like look for, but there's just a good bit of flat ground. So I'll have a look at the quarry now, sort of taking a bit of the views. I must have missed a route and just smacked the floor and winded myself. just sort of just sat up, looked around, I was like, what am I doing?
So
It was almost like the wake up I needed though, because like you start to hit the wall a bit towards like 5k left.
Yeah. It's
it didn't happen.
You need to get punched in the face, don't you? Like if you're a boxer or whatever, that's your punch in the face, and then it's like when I used to play like average, really below average rugby, it's not until you get tackled and you've had a little bit of a rattle that you're ready to have it, like, get involved. Like,
Get stuck in.
Yeah. You need to feel a little bit of pain, like, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what I deal with.
That's, yeah.
No.
So that's just 6 years. So, and you're only 27, you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, 27.
So what's the rest of this year now? We've got a rally.
Probably do a couple of road races now. I haven't really done much on the roads this year, so I think good to put a couple of times down again, just see where I am, see if I can convert some of the sort of strength gained on the trails into sort of faster road times.
I know.
But
What's booked?
Swansea half, Porthcawl 10k hopefully, and then
Have we entered?
I'm in for Swansea. I'm trying to get a place for Porthcawl.
You should do, shouldn't
Yeah, and then seen podiums back in Butte Park in August. So that's where my PB was last year. So hopefully sneak under that 15 this year.
Yeah.
Because Nick will tell you, it was definitely 14:59.
Because I'm watching last year because I still had my hamstring niggle, so I'd been to watch Cardiff in the before.
That's right.
That was a pile of shit. The first game, yeah. So I come over to watch the boys racing then, and like obviously Butler now just ahead of Jake, and like he's coming in, and I'm like, he's got this, he's got sub 15. I looks up at the clock, and he's past the finish arch, and it was like 14:58 that I clocked it, and it was like, yes, he's got it. But they give him like 15:01, but they met two people, I think, didn't they? It was like a couple of seconds out. So I don't know what happened there. So hopefully, revenge on that.
Yeah, try harder next time, innit?
You've got to race
to me, yeah.
You got to race Sunday. Rack grid. He's got to take Bull's record.
Oh,
this is the year.
third time lucky.
This is the year.
Rack. I've seen a couple of people rack grid. Remind me what rack grid is again. It's like castles, but less distance, is it?
So, yeah, sort of condensed into a day, isn't it, Nick? So you've got 13 stages, all within sort of 20, 30 miles of each other. Like, the logistics are easier because it's all around Monmouthshire.
Yeah.
They vary about 5 miles up to the half.
Yeah, I think 5-6 miles is the shortest, and then Jake's running the longest leg, like an half marathon. But yeah, it's a hilly route. It's a good race. Like Ogwa Phoenix have done it for 3 years, I think now.
Yeah.
Obviously, Castle's a week after, but yeah, back in this year, and Jake has run the same leg the last 2 years into Tinton Abbey, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like 2 years ago, you started where I finished, didn't you?
Went up that one. That was a good one. But yeah, he's closing in on Bull's course record for that leg, so I think this year's the year it goes.
Yeah, not 2 minutes off my time last year. 2 minutes this year now. That puts me under, so let's see.
Yeah.
There we are, Adam Bull. You've been warned.
Yeah, hopefully he needs to get back running. He's slowly edging back. He's,
yeah.
I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago and he said he's getting a bit closer. Yeah. I said we'd go over and do Aberdare Park run with him, maybe, because that's a little bit closer, isn't it? So we'd pop over when he's dusting him back off.
Yeah.
Castles as well. Did we forget to speak about Castles at the start?
We mentioned. Oh, did we? I can't remember.
Can't remember now. But Ogmore, we didn't because...
Didn't we?
No. Ogmore have made it into Castles by loophole.
Yeah, late call up.
How are we feeling about that?
Well, Jake's running Swansea half, so...
Oh, shit, yeah. Bloody hell.
I'm landed because it was brilliant last year, so... Yeah, we're just touching it quickly. Yeah, we've got in because someone has dropped out, so we had a late call up yesterday. We scrambled the team together and we're sorting logistics and everything out now. So yeah, we'll be there on the start line. I'm looking forward to it because it was one of my favourite weekends last year.
Well.
Boys, I got back to back. I got Rackgrid and Castles, two elite bastard legs. Well, at least Jake got a
flat. We Rackgrid, drop off for the week and then try and run Castles then with some sore quads.
Yeah. You've had
You've got a
rest and
nice flat
recovery in
arm.
Dominican. You're ready to go now, Nick. It's
I am.
back end of the year.
I'm getting
Play
back.
2.0 now.
Yeah.
Here we go. Cool. I think that's pretty much, we covered a lot of stuff. We could probably do a couple of episodes on Jake Tasker. It feels like we fly through everything, but what a mad 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
The next 6 years,
What?
you're only going to be 33.
I know. It's not even peaked, yeah?
Jesus Christ. This is going to be
What?
a golden episode.
What is going on future plans? You've obviously got plans for this. Are there any like bucket list races you like to do, like trails or bigger events?
I do want to dabble with the ultra, just see. And again, like both marathons have broken me, so.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I don't know, like obviously you relax off the pace a bit, so I don't know how that would work for me. Plodding along, still probably on a decent pace, but it's not like a marathon where you are racing. Let's be honest, only maybe 30 seconds slower than half pace.
A marathon, you're going, it's still a good lick, like,
Yeah.
You could be another minute a mile slower or even slower on other parts with this huge uphill set.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got to like even it out, don't you? Yeah,
so I think maybe something like the Snowdon Sky Race or something like that, something a bit different, lots of elevation, and just to experience the sort of thrill of that, and probably the lows as well. You probably hit some real big walls in that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You've probably got to climb up some of them as well.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. A lot mental as well, then, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So
nice.
Trails, yeah. I feel like you're neglecting the roads. You've got
seen the condition on them?
Just said he's coming back for work.
Yeah, true.
It feels like it probably went on half-hour roads, and it's like trails, isn't it, with all the potholes and gravel everywhere.
Yeah, it's joking.
I heard, yeah. Apparently, there's a pothole deeper than that 33-meter lake that you nearly fell into.
I'll be surprised.
I got to be careful running through potholes. I'll probably just go down one.
Gone. He'd be disappeared into one. If one of them got a puddle in, he's gone.
He'd be like Mario going down. Do you remember? You remember Mario? Oh. Right, fantastic. Really enjoyed that. Thank you very much, Jake. We'll take a quick break. This or that, questions of Instagram, and our favourite question of the week. Happy with that?
Brilliant. Sounds good. Thanks both.
Awesome.
We are back with this week's This or That with Nicky. Jake, you know how This or That works, right?
Yeah, I've listened enough.
Let's go, Nick.
Top man, here we go. The Mountain Goat. Snowdon or ride around the lakes?
Oh. Ride is my birthday weekend.
Oh.
But it's got to be Snowdon.
Yeah, it's still Snowdon.
Yeah, Snowdon.
Rider. Here we go then. So, standard shoes or carbon plates?
It's got to be carbon plate just because of that little bit extra, but a carbon plate is only race day for me.
Yeah, because he was a late convert to him as well, wasn't he? Because I remember starting to get quick, like he was still running a normal every day. It was like
the Swansea half in the solar boosts.
Yeah, what did you run at him? 111?
109? No, 111. 111 that one.
In a normal pair of Adidas black.
What a guy.
Naughty. Right. Next up, I think we know the answer to this one. Trails or roads?
Oh, silly question. A trail.
I knew it. I had to put it in. No. This one, rabbit run or be a mile? Or are you doing both?
I'd have to be rabbit run.
Yeah?
Not drinking much anymore, so rabbit run.
Milo? No?
I might do, because straight after, innit?
After, yeah. Even to the non-alcoholic ones.
Cool down, innit?
Down, yeah. Could be a good one. Last off, would you rather hills or headwind?
Hills every day.
Hills pay the bills.
Exactly.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Couple of Instagram. When is he coming back to My Stake Park Run to try and beat the course record?
Ooh. Maybe now, after a couple of road races, get the speed back in the legs. So maybe now I'll put a date down in the summer now and get up there and give it a good bash.
Yeah. There is no course records anymore, though. Official.
Unofficial.
Official, yeah.
We know what
We
the
know
course
what-
record is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we are.
That's what was painful, just thinking about it. Those dead turns and
Oh.
I know. That's the problem, I bet.
yeah.
Perhaps we'll do a summer takeover and get a really decent fielder better to push you.
Well, paces and all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
they will.
Happy. That's dipping in.
Best tip to achieve a sub 20-minute 5K.
I think again, it's just those easy runs. Get the miles in the legs. Obviously, you got to have a bit of speed work, but just lots of easy running. Get yourself into the race fresh and fit.
And hope everything goes all right on the day as well, Nick.
And
Do everything.
and buy a decent pair of carbons if you want a bit extra.
Yeah, if you want that extra couple of seconds.
We've covered goals for this year. When did you think, yeah, I'm pretty good at running? We covered that a little bit, didn't we? It was just consistency.
Yeah, when Mark called my bluff, and then
Yeah.
You know, only today I found out his name is not Mark Swagdale, which I thought I just assumed that was because this is his Instagram handle. I thought his name was Mark Swagdale.
that's somebody you want to get on this pod.
Oh.
My dog's
He's always boozing. When we're awake, he's asleep, and when we're asleep, he's steaming.
Yeah. He's steaming a lot.
Just get him on steaming.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on.
We will. Once he gets up to 100 viewers for us in Canada, he can come on. And then, this is more of a statement or an observation than a question, but it says, I'm pretty sure I recall Jake buying shoes off eBay and they ended up being different sizes. True or false?
I think I did, yeah. I'm sure there was half a size difference.
I think I remember.
Just wear a thick sock on the right foot, innit?
Exactly. Just do one up tighter than the other. Right, cool. And who plays Jake Tasker in a movie of his life?
I was dreading this question because I don't really watch TV.
Brilliant.
I do like Peaky Blinders. I think it'd have to be Cillian Murphy.
There we
Always
are.
got a good trim in Peaky Blinders, isn't he? And
Yeah.
Top actor.
yeah.
Yeah. Good.
What about you guys? Who do you think?
Wahlberg shaped face as well.
That's a good one, that is. Yeah, Cillian Murphy, I like that.
Cillian Murphy. I would have accepted Mark Wahlberg as well, similar shaped face. But no the guns. But you can't run as fast as you can with the muscles like he's got. So
Exactly, yeah. Slow you down, innit?
Yeah.
Banging. Jake, that was absolute pleasure. Can't believe I just clicked like a phones, but I did. Any questions, Nick, before we wrap it up and have some grub? No, that's staying in. Anything, Nick?
No, good. Thanks for the opportunity, guys, and yeah, great to catch you both.
Awesome.
No, absolutely banging. And we will catch up. He'll catch up with you over sooner than me, but I will speak to you in Parkrun when I see you. Promise.
Yeah, we'll definitely get a date up my stag and see what can be done.
There we are. Lovely jubbly. Leaves us with
brilliant. Thanks both.
Yeah, that's it for another week. Again, thanks to Jake. 19 is wrapped up, and we will see you on the start line somewhere soon. Cheers.